Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, today we are going to talk about the basic understanding of project evaluation. We have to know some concept which will be discussed in public evaluation project course before we talk about it. Okay, what do you know about project? A project is a series of activities that are planned to obtain benefit within a certain period of time. It doesn't mean that project is always related to infrastructure development, but it can be related to activities that need plan and have the aims to get benefit whether for private or public interest. For example, if you have a hobby of cooking and you will produce some cookies and you want to sell them because you want to get profit from it. So you have to plan about the materials, equipments, staff, if you will hire some people, of course. By running the business, you hope to get profit within a certain period of time. And what is the feasibility studies and project evaluation? Feasibility studies and project evaluation aims to assess the feasibility of business idea or project. The result of the assessment are used as consideration for decision makers to reject or accept the planned business or project. And next, the feasibility study is a work guideline for project implementation. For example, in production, marketing, investment, number of worker, number of leader. A business or project is said to be feasible if the business or project activity is carried out based on uh, activities that have been regulated in business feasibility. And then project evaluation is an activity that assesses and selects various investment that might be developed in accordance with the investment capacity they have. What is the aspect which have to be considered in the project evaluation? They are economic, technical, financial, marketing, organization, or management, and social aspect. Now, we'll learn what is the stage of project cycle. The project cycle begins with the idea of some sources such as community leaders, technical personnel, development pioneers, and proposed existing programs. For example, first, the idea from community leader. In area where there are no health facilities, the community relies on traditional medicine and goes to a traditional healer to treat their illness. Therefore, the community leader proposed a health facility project to ensure the public health. Second, an idea from technical personnel. For example, when students of the Faculty of Economics and Business in UMY, the last semester has had difficulty accessing my class, then the technical staff uh, in charge of uh, information system at UMY proposed to separate the server of the Faculty of Economic and Business from other faculties. In the end, the project in the form of procuring server from the economics faculty was implemented. The other idea came from pioneering development. For example, in the area where previously there was no bridge connecting two areas separated by a river, a bridge was proposed because the community had difficulty accessing the area. They had to cross by boat, and other ideas emerged from existing programs. Usually, certain local government or agency already have strategic plans for the next few years in which there are programs that propose several project alternatives so that if the project is included in the priority scale for a certain period, the project can be executed if it meets the investment criteria. And what is the motivation for project proposal? For the private project, the motivation is get profit from investment for uh, investor, but for public project must be benefit for society. After the ideas of several parties give rise to project proposal, then we need to know what the stages of the project cycle are. First, identification. Whether the project is included in the priority sector. As an example, currently the government is prioritizing the health sector due to the pandemic. So projects related to the handling COVID-19 will be prioritized to be implemented if they meet the investment criteria. Whether the project is profitable for the private project, it is definitely aimed at making a profit. As for public project, if the project benefits the community, it can be implemented. And then, is there any government assistance for this type of the project? There are several projects, especially public projects, that receive subsidies from the government, such as school, health facilities, public infrastructure, and so on. And the second stage is formulation. It means the preparation by conducting pre-feasibility studies, considering several aspects. That is, that are technical studies, marketing studies, and then management, organizational studies, financial studies, social economic studies. And the next stage is analysis. In this stage, the best alternative project will be chosen based on the feasibility studies by counting the investment criteria. After choosing the project, the next stage is project implementation. The assessor and planners are responsible uh, for supervising implementation to confirm the final design. The operation is the next stage. This stage necessary to consider the method of making operational reports are needed for the next stage. And the last stage is evaluation. It's evaluate the result that compared to the project plan with the result achieved. Okay, then we have to know the project elements. First, technical aspect. Provision of input and output is the aspect of technical as well as marketing, such as the location of the project. It's easy to be assessed or not. And then the infrastructure, what raw materials are needed and how many. And how about semi-finished materials and what the transportation system for distributing the product will be used by train or truck or boat and so on. And the next aspect is managerial and administrative. It's related to the ability of project staff to carry out large-scale administrative activities. When the business or project be larger, it needs specialized and skilled work. And then the institutional or organizational aspect. Regarding government and community regulation, for example, easy of regulation, building permit, and then business work tenure, credit terms, and uh, business security and delivery, community reaction, and social or labor organization. For example, when the business or project need funding from a bank or financial institution, it should be considered about the requirements. Is it easy or not? And then the commercial aspect concerning the supply of inputs or goods and services required by the project. And the next aspect is financial, concerning the comparison between spending money with project revenue earning. Uh, is the fund guaranteed? And then the social aspect, concerning social goals such as employment opportunities and income distribution. And the next aspect is economic aspect, determine whether the project contributes to overall economic development. And the last one is externalities aspect. There are positive versus negative externalities. And what is the project benefits? Project benefits are revenue generated by a project before deducting the cost incurred. There are direct benefits, indirect benefits, and intangible benefits. The first one, direct benefits. Benefit received as a result of projects such as an increase in the value of production of goods and services, a change in shape and a decrease in cost, and so on. The increase in the value of production result can be caused by the increase in the number of products and the quality of the products as a result of the project. For example, increase in rice production because of there is a project of irrigation, and then project of road repairs can reduce transportation costs and improve job description among the workers due to improvement in working methods. And then indirect benefits. Benefit arising from multiplier from projects that are built on other development activities. For example, road repair costs various community activities to exploit economic potential along the road being built. And the last one is intangible or subtle benefits. The benefits of building projects that are difficult to measure in terms of money. For example, changes in people mindset and then, environment improvement and reduce unemployment and increase national resilience, stability of price, and so on. And how about the decision of the project evaluation? There are three decisions. First, reject or accept the project based on the result of the calculation on investment criteria. And second one, choose one or several projects that are feasible according to the available funds. And the last one is make a priority scale of several feasibility projects. For example, of the 7 project access, uh, there are 5 projects that are feasible to develop with the amount of funds for each project as shown in the following table. The first one is irrigation development. It's 350 million, and then the second one is district road improvement, need 150 million, and the road development, new road development, need 450 million, and village road development need 300 million, and the last one is village road improvement. It needs 120 million. The totally is about 1 billion 270 million rupiah. And we have to choose the alternative project that there is available funds are 550 million. So based on this limitation, the decision can be take work on the project 1 and 2 with total fund of 500 million, and then work on project 1 and 4 with total fund of 550 million, and working on project number 3 with a total fund of 450 million, or working on project 4 and 5 because other project, even though they can be developed, their feasibility is within in the minimum limit. This is the example of how to choose the alternative projects with the available funds. We have to match the alternative project with the funds we have. Okay, thank you. That's all. I hope it's benefit for you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.